you guys, it's Val Ashford, your favorite backseat driver on the journey to self. And today we're going to talk a little bit about self-worth. It's a very common thing that comes up in my sessions with my clients, where we start to evaluate and look at past relationships, and the common denominator seems to be that they've labeled themselves, or they've labeled their self-worth as this low-lying fruit. Okay, so there's this apple tree, right? Sitting at the top of a hill. And at the top of that apple tree, whew, beautiful, big, red, juicy, ripe, ready to be picked apples. You know, but at the bottom of that tree, we have what we call low-lying fruit. They're not ready yet. Maybe they haven't gone through the experiences that they need to experience in order to have the confidence in themselves to be ripe, ready to pick fruit. That is the low-lying fruit. And you have two different kind of daters that approach that fruit, okay? One is prepared. He or she has a ladder. They have a basket. They came ready to get some fruit. They know what they want. And then you have the second kind of dater. He or she is either way too lazy and doesn't even feel like climbing the tree, or they don't feel like they're deserving of the fruit on top of the tree. They're not ready themselves, so they go for the low-lying fruit. And then there may be even a third kind of dater who doesn't even want to lift his own arm up to even pick the low-lying fruit, so he just goes for the damaged fruit on the ground. Don't be the damaged fruit laying on the ground. Pause. Excuse me. Excuse me. Did this heifer just call us a bunch of apples? Yes, I did. This is just not random stuff I'm talking about here. We live in a life cycle that is built off of reflection. You can't even see a color in an object unless it's reflecting or bouncing off of something else. That means what you project out comes back to you. If you have issues with self-worth, if you view yourself in a less than kind of way, then you're going to project that out, and you're going to invite those unprepared apple pickers into your life. You have the power to set your own value, to set your own worth. And if you set it way too low, and you can tell you set it way too low by what you've experienced in your life, especially love and dating and relationships. If you go back and you look at the flow chart and you realize that your picker has been way off, you can boost your value and decide that you're going to accept something different because you've raised the value and worth of yourself. It's nothing to be ashamed of if you've come to the realization that your self-worth is not where you want it to be. We all go through it. I always tell people I was almost 11 pounds when I was born. I've been a big girl my whole life. I've lost tons of weight, gained weight back, lost weight again. And all of that I accredit to me taking the time out to figure out how to set my worth and not having the variable be my size. It may be something else for you. We are all struggling with something because we are living in this society that tells us there is a one-size-fits-all little box we got to fit in order for our self-worth to be of a certain level. That's BS. I always say that this journey to finding self is not so much about learning new things. It's a lot more about unpeeling some of the society labels that we've put on ourselves, or even the labels that's been put on us from friends and family or people around us as we grew up. It's the unpeeling of labels that no longer serve you that will help you in the end. It's 2016. It's really time to take away these excuses and stop coming up with reasons why you should value yourself so low. Whatever reason that you have, I guarantee you we can easily debunk it. If you think you're not in a healthy relationship and you think that you're not worthy of love because you're too fat or you're too thin, that can't be the common denominator. Because I don't know what it looks like in your town, but I see overweight and underweight people who are happy and in love all the time. So it can't be that. You think that you don't have a value or a worth that's high enough because of your income or your success level. You might want to, look around, because there are people who are piss poor, broke, and in debt who are happy and in love. So there's no common denominator. It's all excuses. Just stop it. Take those barriers and take those restraints off of your life. The only thing holding you back from valuing yourself higher is you. Decide right now that you're going to shift your perspective about how you feel about yourself. And for once in your life, give some of that unconditional love that you try to give to everybody around you to yourself. Again, you guys, this is Val Ashford. Love and light to you. Namaste and shit. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.